we're talking about like financials or whatever, The Flash, like we just posted our discussion about it. It's been 4 weeks since it came out, right? And the movie's already out of the top 10. It's a fucking huge bomb.
Yeah, nah, this is perfect actually, because I had this ready to bring up. Look, I got the list of the 10 biggest bombs in $1 million of loss, right? Number 1 is The Flash right now with minus $200 million. Number 2, Shazam. Of the
past year? Or like
No, this is like of all time at the moment. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Not even just in the superhero genre? Like are we talking like every genre?
No. The Flash is the worst bomb of all time?
I think so, yeah. Like listen to this list, right? Shit. So that's number 1 currently. Number 2, Shazam Fear of the Gods, minus 150 million. Number 3, Wonder Woman 1984. That's minus 137 million. 4, Dark Phoenix, minus 133 million. Number 5, The Suicide Squad, minus 130 million. 6, Black Adam, minus 100 million. 7, Fantastic Four, minus 100 million. 8, R.I.P.D., minus 92 million. 9, The New Mutants, minus 84 million. And number 10, Green Lantern, minus 75 million.
Oh, wow. So, like, what was it? 2 of them are from this year?
Yeah, at least from the past few years. Yeah, Shazam, The Flash, Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, right. And the Suicide Squad and Wonder Woman. Like, actually, like the Suicide Squad, I think that's a good movie. But you could say that's because of COVID. Yeah, you could say it's COVID related too. Like these movies, like the theaters are back. I'd say, like, and then like those movies just bombed horribly. Right? That's so funny. I didn't realize The Flash was like that bad, but yeah, it makes sense. Like Asteroid City did better this week than The Flash did. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking insane.
Yeah, and it's the summer of flops, huh? Because like just mentioning Indiana Jones, that's like a $300 million budget for some reason, and it's not going to be making over $1 billion.
Elemental.
Yeah,
Elemental.
I mean, Elemental might be all right, but like that Kraken movie, the DreamWorks one, which is like
that's been sent out to die.
That's the only competition for Elemental, basically, because they're both like kids movies,
and that's doing terribly. That was like the worst opening for DreamWorks or whatever.
That Blue Beetle movie's fucked. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
Potentially, yeah.
What chance does it have at this point?
Majorly fucked.
Like, in order to even be excited for it, you have to be already involved in like the inner workings of the DCEU and be like, oh no, because it's like it's going to be the start of the James Gunn universe. And it's like, okay, well, if all it takes for a movie to be successful is just those people watching it, then The Flash would have been fine. So I don't know what we're supposed to do here.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll connect with a larger demographic than we think. Maybe people will just enjoy seeing it because whoever that old comedian guy is in it, I don't remember his name. Anyway.
George Lopez?
Yeah, George Lopez.
that's Blue Beetle. Yeah.
George Lopez. He's going to save Blue Beetle.
Yeah, he's going to save it. Yeah, he's barely in the trailer because they played that trailer before the Flash movie. And I was like, George Lopez is in it, but it's like he's 2 seconds of the trailer. I feel like that would be like, the focal point of the movie. Like you end the trailer, right, with like a George Lopez joke and everyone in the theater laughs. But they didn't even do that. I don't know. That movie's good. You're right, Alex. It's going to be a fucking mess, that movie. It's going to be even worse than The Flash. And that has I was thinking like maybe the budget for it's like low, like 60 million, because it seems kind of more low key, kind of like a Harley Quinn kind of movie, like how that did. The budget for it's like $140 million for Blue Beetle. It's like,
really?
What the fuck?
Higher than Spider-Verse.
Yeah, it's more than Spider-Verse. What the fuck? Like, what are they spending like all this money on these movies? Like, you're not going to make that back.
Warner Bros. Must be panicking. That kind of explains that Harry Potter scramble now. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
They must be like sweating.
Ugh.
Oh, man. You guys haven't seen those Fantastic Beasts movies, right? Those are...
Never will.
I've seen 2 of them.
Those are really bad.
Yeah, horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. But I think they made money, right, at least?
Oh, yeah.
First couple ones, probably. Yeah.
At least the first 2.
The first 2. I don't think the last one did great.
Are they still making more? I heard they had a contract to like keep going, but I don't know if there's a point if people aren't watching them.
I don't know if the third one was successful enough.
I can't imagine it getting worse, but yeah, I can't wait to see the shit that they make. Yeah.
They could just do a Blumhouse version, and it'll just be like, oh, it's like M. Night's The Visit. Like, this is found footage now. You just imagine everything else.
Yeah. Did Blumhouse do those Paranormal Activity movies? I think that's like what got them started, right?
I don't think It was, but I'll check. It is Blumhouse. You're absolutely right.
Oh, it is. Yeah, I thought that's like what got them started.
It would have had to, yeah.
Yeah. They stopped making those movies, which I thought was funny, because it's like, really? You're going to like make your money back on that investment, you know? Because those movies cost
no matter
like
how bad they are.
$10 million. Right, exactly. But they like stopped making them. I don't
like the Saw movies.
Right, exactly. I don't understand why they stopped making them, you know? Because it's
don't
like...
need name actors.
No, you don't need anything. Like, you just need a house and like some cheap camcorders, and then but they made their money back on those. Like, always. Like, it would be like $5 million budget, $200 million gross. So I don't know why they stopped making them, you know?
Even the flops were profitable. Even the worst ones in the franchise.
Yeah, even if it makes like 40 million, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that Insidious movie, like that kind of, you know, that did great. Like, compared to a lot of these movies we're talking about, because it's low budget and it made money. Like, it didn't make a lot of money, but it made money. And it was, you know, that's profitable. It's much more profitable than any of the shit we're talking about right now. The Flash and Indiana Jones.
It's doing better than Indiana Jones.
Yeah. The studios should really, like, take, you know, the message from this. And, like, you know, you don't need these inflated budgets.
Yeah, they must have, like, expected it to be returning to C virus levels or something, right? Like how it used to be. They must have got just too cocky, because there was just that string of just like, it seemed like every single superhero movie that was coming out was going past the billion mark, you know? Everything. And then, this is like an unprecedented amount of money to lose. What's like $800 million, like just from WB.
Yeah. Adam mentioned, I think in our review of Valerian, like, just because you throw money at a movie doesn't make it a good movie.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter how much money you throw at it. Like, you need something compelling about it. I don't know. You need, like, a good script.
Yeah. Every once in a while, we'll be surprised by something that doesn't have a good script and is still successful. Like, sometimes it's just the IP, but, like, I don't know.
Like those Fast and Furious movies, right?
Yeah. All the Jurassic Park things.
Yeah, right.
But everybody hated that last one.
That was shocking. It still made money, though.
It made over $1 billion still.
It made $1 billion fucking dollars.
Yeah.
Everybody hated it.
Yeah, because it says, you know, Jurassic Park on it. Right?
Dinosaurs.
Those Fast and Furious movies.
Cars.
You guys haven't seen that new one, right? That new Fast and Furious?
No, I haven't watched it yet. No.
I haven't seen any of them.
Fucking horrendous, man. So
but
bad.
Like, on what level compared to the other ones? Like,
the whole movie was like taking every has-been in Hollywood and just throwing them like in the movie. Like, it's like, okay, we got Vin Diesel, we got Brie Larson, we got the Rock is in it, he makes a cameo, Gal Gadot's in it, and it's just like every scene is introducing characters and there's no like progression. Like, none of them die. Like, you know, it's like there's no story. The whole movie's this guy introduced, this is his scene, and then the worst part of the movie was like they have that sentimental, corny scene where Vin Diesel's like in his garage and he's like looking at photos of Paul Walker on the wall, and they play like that song from like, you know, that big song when like Furious 7 came out. It's like a piano rendition of it, and it's like, guys, this is such like corny, sappy shit. It's like what is the story here? You know, the whole movie.
Isn't it like Dune as well, where like it's like a part one type situation?
Yeah,
right?
it totally is. Yeah, I fell asleep in the climax. So
I thought that they were making another one that's a part one. I thought they had like two more, and there would be like a part one, part two.
Oh,
but I don't know.
Start of a trilogy, is it? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Keep up with this. Yeah.
They will stretch it out for as long as they can. The best part though is when Dwayne Johnson shows up in the post credit, because like he didn't want to do them for a while, but I guess like because Black Adam bombed, he got desperate, and so like it's clearly a body double. His body double walks into the room.
Oh no!
And takes, you know, it's like some guy in a mask, so you can't see, and it's clearly like a much less buff guy that Dwayne Johnson. Like, it clearly doesn't look like him. And then like Dwayne Johnson's basically only in the movie for one shot. He takes off his mask and he goes like, you know, let's take care of business or something, and that's it. And he probably got paid like $10 million.
Probably filmed it in his garage, yeah.
I mean, that movie too. That movie is one of the most expensive movies of all time. If you like look up the budget, it's like $370 million. Yeah. It's one of the most expensive movies ever made. Because they throw in a bunch of actors. And that's like the whole movie. It's like, look at this actor, look at this actor.
It's money laundering for all their mates.
Basically. I mean, that one was really bad. That might be the worst movie I've seen this year. Like, even worse than Cocaine Bear. And that was pretty fucking bad, too.
Really? Is it worse than Fast and Furious 8? Because that, to me, was, like, inexcusable. That's the Charlize Theron, like, AI car one.
Oh, she's in it, too. Yeah, she's in it, too.
Oh, of course.
You know, because they have to throw in everybody. It's all just, like, every actor they have under contract, like, they just, like, want to be a part of the movie. So it's like 80 characters. Like, John Cena's in it. Now he's a good guy, even though in the last movie he was a bad guy. It's like, what the fuck is going on? Like... Yeah, Fast 8, that was bad, but this one, I think these last two have been really, like, atrocious. It's, like, so transparent now, like, the business model.
Yeah, there's not about anything.
Yeah, for sure.